Hey y'all, it's Super Brain 3 Eyes, and I'm back with another video. Before we actually get into this video, I want to get into how ratchet is starting to become the norm in the community, right? As a black woman, I'm embarrassed. As a black woman, I'm offended. As a black woman, I'm sick and tired of ghetto and ratchet being the norm, right? So I was having a conversation with my uncle earlier about how ratchet is taking over the community. I remember there was a point in time, because I'm a 90s baby. There was a point in time where you only have a few or a minority in the community that were, I guess, feeble minded. You don't want to use the word feeble minded. If you want to look at what feeble minded means and the history of that word, you can definitely do that because it's an interesting take. But I'm not going to use the word feeble-minded. But I'm going to say there's been a lot of low vibration behavior in the community, and this in this video, this video that I'm going to show you is the perfect example of that.
She followed through. After walking across the stage at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, Campbell waved to the crowd, dropped it into a split with a dance move, popped back up to accept her diploma, except it never came.
I did a pretty princess wave, did my split, got back up, and I tried to reach for my diploma, and I didn't get it. And I was confused at first. I thought they mixed up my name.
Now, apparently, this woman, or this young lady, she graduated high school, but before accepting her award, she busts down into a split, humping the ground, showing off her thought skills, and administration would not give her the diploma that she feels she deserves. And I'm honestly in agreement with it. And the reason why I say this is because people have been doing the most just to get attention. And I feel like what she did was somewhat borderline close to mental illness. And I say that because social media, a lot of kids have been dabbing into social media and whatnot. And I feel like people are looking for ways to get attention so that way they have better validation about themselves. People do it just so that way they can make money, but obviously she's not recording, someone else is recording. So me personally, I have every right to believe that she did not she did everything she did for attention, flat out. Now she goes to say that she doesn't understand why they wouldn't give her diploma, blah 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 blah.
No, I do not have any regrets. Honestly, I didn't think it was a twerk. In my opinion, I thought I was just doing a split, but I apologize to anyone who thought it was inappropriate, and I am truly sorry, but I have no regrets at the same time.
And at the end of the day, I'm going to stand on it, because all you had to do was walk across the stage and get your diploma, but instead you wanted to be the center of attention. You wanted to display Black women as sexual objects, which the media already has a good job of doing. But I feel like doing things like this reinforces the stereotype of Black women. Oh, they're just sexual demons. All they want to do is fuck. All they do is have sex. All they do is dress half naked. And if they're not half naked, which she wasn't, she was in her graduation gown, everything about us is placed in a negative light rather than being smart, being intelligent, which we do have that floating around about us. But I feel before we get to the pros of being a Black woman and everything else, there's cons. And I said on my TikTok post, that, women like this is the reason why we have stereotypes. And they honestly do make it hard for other Black women who want to overcome the stereotype of being provocative, being sexual all the time. But instead, when they look at us, they see people like her or women like her. And that's the thing that I hate most about this, is because me as a Black woman trying to navigate life, which is already hard in itself, if it's not anything connected to sexuality, we don't receive as much attention. And if you look at the music, if you look at, shows, even, Zeus Network Baddies and, Jocelyn, I don't even remember what her show is. But even Jocelyn's, I think, Cabaret or something, she has a show now where she just gathers a bunch of women and all they just do is hoe shit. I mean, they're not contributing to society in a positive manner. All they do is shake ass. All they do is get on the pole. Girls kissing girls and whatnot. Like, it's just like one big freak show. And I hate it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And this even follows when you're going to the grocery store or when you're even going to graduations. You always see women dressed in a provocative manner. The attire that they're wearing is inappropriate. But at this point, I would have to say us as the Black community, we've been outnumbered by the ratchets. Completely outnumbered. Completely. And there is a bit of delusion that comes with it as well, because she doesn't even understand, with her being 17, 18, that's how old most of them are. She can't even understand or even comprehend, or maybe she's just acting stupid. She can't even comprehend why they won't give her her diploma. And honestly, I think they will give her her diploma after everything, cools down and whatnot. I think they just didn't want to give her her diploma at that moment, because at the end of the day, she already graduated. Academically, she's got all her credits, so I don't think that they can withhold her diploma, but she doesn't have the honor of getting her diploma at that moment. And like I said, I fully agree with that. As to administration, I don't think it was any hate towards Black women whatsoever. What she did was inappropriate. We as a community have to teach the younger people that there's a time and a place for everything. If you want to go twerk, if you want to go shake ass, you can go to a club for that. Or you can make your own little TikTok, YouTube videos and twerk as much as you like. But at this point, the youth doesn't know when to act accordingly, because they think, I'm just being myself. I need to be myself 24/7. And I understand that. But let's show some class. Let's show some restraint. I'm not saying that you can't twerk and do whatever that you want to do that makes you fulfilled and happy, but why here? I mean, this even gotten so bad to the point that I've seen, girlfriends twerking at funerals to honor their beloved boyfriends and whatnot, twerking at funerals. Y'all, it's getting bad. As for the young lady to herself, if I could say anything to her personally, honestly, it would probably be, you're better than this. And I hope that she can look back at this 10 years from now and say, you know what, I could have handled that a lot better. But unfortunately, I think it's gotten to a point in the community where we're aging, but we're not acquiring any wisdom at the same time. You got 30, 40, 50-year-olds out here still acting like they're 12, 14 years old. Like they haven't, even though we're growing old, but we're not learning anything from life, right? So let me know what you thought about the video. Me personally, I don't think that they were wrong for not giving her diploma. And I don't see how in her mind she thought that she deserved her diploma at that moment. But let me know in the comment section what you thought, and I'll see you in the next video.